What's happening, everybody? Jeff Lightsy Jr. here with the Black Boss channel. Be sure to hit the thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe. Now, this is a story I just happened to run across on the internet. Master P looks like he is trying to buy or set to buy Reebok, the sneaker company, for over $2 billion. It looks like him, just from the tweets. I'm going to share my screen because this is pretty big news coming out of the hip hop community. Now, this is Eric Woodyard. He says Percy Master P Miller confirms to ESPN that he is in negotiations to acquire Reebok with ex-NBA guard Baron Davis. Quote, these companies have been benefiting off of us. This could be history for the company going black-owned, Miller tells ESPN. Mr. Woodyard goes on to say, according to Forbes, Reebok's asking price from its parent company Adidas is around $2.4 billion. Master P says that they're prepared financially after a couple months of negotiation. Quote, imagine if Michael Jordan owned Reebok. That's what I'm talking about, making history. Wow. Wow is the only word that I have to say for this. But you know how we are on this platform. We'll be one all day, every day. And one way to create wealth in the black community is to own things. And that is how Master B has been he's been a staple. He's someone that doesn't get talked about enough, because if more people did what Master P did, or more people would be on the same playing field as Master P, or the same mindset wavelength as Master P, the black community would run laps around the world. I mean, let's just be honest, because Master P from the very beginning owned everything. In his music career, he owned everything. Then in his fashion, he owned everything. Everything was about ownership for him. It was never about giving his masters, his royalties, his power, his leverage away. And once he was able to find a distributor of his music, he had a distribution deal, an 80-20 deal. That's how he amassed so much wealth. Now, obviously, he had a product. He had a product that people wanted, his music. From him and No Limit Records had a product that people wanted, and that's how he was able to, you got to sell. You got to have something that people want. He had the talent, his team had the talent, and they sold millions of records. But all of those millions went back to him. It didn't go to some big record company. It didn't go to some big executive, some big A&R, some big person who didn't give a damn about his people or didn't give a damn about his community. It went back to P. It went back to No Limit. And it went back to his family. And now his family, Master P, a guy from New Orleans that grew up with nothing, was able to make hundreds of millions of dollars. And now he looks like he is in position, or at least is what he's saying, he's in position to buy Reebok, a sneaker company that he believes that he can continue to turn a profit, a sneaker company that's worth $2.4 billion. That should say a lot, man. That should say a lot about P. That should say a lot about his family, his business, how business savvy he is. Because now, ever since, okay, P don't make records anymore, right? He don't make records. He don't really even make movies anymore. But he still got his foot in the movie ring. But now what is he doing? He makes food. That man selling noodles, wrap snacks. Now he's got sneakers, Mignati, the sneakers he got out. And it looks like he's going to buy Reebok. Master P, like, clap it up. This is what we call real black excellence. Not being the first person to get hired by some white man. That's not the real black excellence. The black excellence is ownership. It's going out and buying these companies, just like how they buy the white folks buy companies from black people all the time. Buy them, hire them on as employees, and kick them out the door when they're done with them. Once they learn the formula, they kick them out the way. Master P is doing that in reverse. You got to clap it up for P. Mr. Percy Miller has been an example of what a lot of us, the mindset that a lot of us should be having. And if we took that mindset, if we took that approach, our financial state, our wealth in our community would be raised by 10,000 folds. He continues to set the example. He continues to be the standard, Master P, in a lot of ways. And that's why you don't see Master P in the front of all the media companies. You don't see people pushing Master P. And there's a reason why. Because if black folks started to think like P, oh my God, we would be so much more together, so much more powerful. But instead we uplift when the first black so-and-so. Like, nah, man, damn that. We need to be the owners running the stuff. P said they made millions and billions of dollars of our name, of our blood, sweat, and tears and likeness. It's time to start getting paid for that. Shout out to Master P. Shout out to Baron Davis if he's in on this deal. And shout out to all the other black investors because I know these are black investors. I just know it. Shout out to the other black investors that are in on this because I know P's not doing it by himself, but he's the big name. He's the one with the big dollars. He's probably going to be the majority owner. And shout out to him, man, and Baron Davis and the rest of the guys for making this happen. And Master P for continuing for the last 20 plus years, continuing to set the example on black ownership and how important it is. Shout out to him, man. That's all I got to say. Once again, I'm Jeff Lightsy Jr. with the Black Boss Channel. Thank you guys for listening.